Shalom, Yashal, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Harakah Kodash for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Aquaf that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all keep at it. That's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right. This is a prophecy that all of us are looking forward to. It's servitude. We're going to have that in the kingdom. Right? It ain't going to be like our oppressors did us with all that fugazi, that mo stuff, right? But as far as all of the pain, torment, sorrow, and oppression that we've been receiving in this place since we've been here and places before here, right? Because it's not just the daughter of Babylon that's going to receive this judgment. It's every nation is going to receive this judgment, right? And to be real with you, the daughter of Babylon is going to be completely destroyed. So we really are speaking about every other nation. They're going into captivity because they had us in captivity, right? There will be servitude in the kingdom. Everybody is not on the same level. Israel is Israel. Everybody else is everybody else, right? Let me see. This is the book of, Galatians 6 and 7. It says, be not deceived. Power is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And our oppressors in particular have sold what we see before our eyes, right? Slavery. And it's to the point to where now they don't even want you to talk about it. They don't want you to bring it up. They call it critical race theory. But we all know these as facts. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to let this video play and I'll be back.
Mother was a slave, sister was a slave, father was a slave. They treat me nice as they could treat me. And if I want anything, I'll ask for it. I was taught it that way by my old master.
These are the voices of former slaves, victims of one of America's greatest crimes against humanity. Listening to them speak and hearing their lamentations does a different level of justice than history books ever could. John Henry Folk was a storyteller and radio show host who in 1941 started doing interviews with former slaves in a project to bring awareness to racism. One former slave he interviewed was Fountain Hughes. Little did Folk realize this interview would be one of his most important.
My name is Fountain Hughes. I was born in Charlottesville, Virginia. My grandfather belonged to Thomas Jefferson. My grandfather was 115 years old when he died. And now I am 101 years old.
Although many slaves were kidnapped or abducted, Hughes was different. He was born of slaves, as was his father. He didn't know any other life.
It's what they call, we were slaves. We belonged to people. They sell us like they sell horses and cows.
The Alabama Department of Public Health is currently offering the COVID-19 vaccine to 5 years of age and older. Help protect your whole family.
And hogs and all like that have an auction bench, and they put you up on the bench and bid on you, the same as bidding on cattle, you know.
The auction bench was an infamous place among slaves. Here, people would learn not only who their future masters would be, but exactly what price a person could put on another person.
Sell the women, sell the men, all that. And then if they had any bad ones, they'd sell them to the nigger traders, what they call the nigger traders, and they ship them down south.
All right. That's a dark history that these people want to let go of, and a lot of our people want to let it go too. They want to forget that. In fact, our people, a lot of our people choose to disassociate themselves with our history, with our past, as though it's something to be ashamed of, and it's not. right? Because we made it through all of that. They tried to kill us, man. They tried to literally take us completely out, but we still here. They tried their hardest to wipe us off the face of the earth, but we still here, right? We still here because of who we are. We not just no regular people, man. And these individuals who put us in this situation, they know that, right? But them chickens coming home to roost now. And they terrified now because of all of the things that's happening around the world and the men of the Lord associating it with the scriptures. And it being spot on because it's the truth. They know that their kingdom is at an end. And all of the prophecies pertaining to the end are coming to pass. And they also know they got some get back that's coming to them. Right? That's why Christianity was created in the first place. To give them a ease of conscience for their past. Right? And you got so many of the Most High's people that's going to bat for these devils, not understanding that it's written that way. It's written that our oppressors would do what they did. They would continue to do so all the way up till Shiloh comes. This is script. These people were made to be wicked and made to be destroyed. They were also made for servitude. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 2, and verse 8. It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel." That's why they were created, right there. Right? That's thus says the Most High. Right? And they know that. Even Bible scholars, they know this. They know this information, man. Right? Just because you don't believe it, that don't make it not so. It's going to happen. Right? I will let the video play on, but it's the same old same. This really a milk video for real, for real. Because if you in this truth, you should know that we gonna have servants in the kingdom, right? But I also understand there's a lot of these people that claim to be in the truth that still on their Christianity tip, right? But we deal with the truth over here. Bump the feelings. We deal with facts, right? So we go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 14. And verse 2 says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." Simple as that, man. These same people who put us on them ships, took everything from us, is coming back. And ain't nothing you can do about that. Right? And everything we do to you is going to be righteous, man. Right? So that's an ease of conscience. We ain't even going to have a bad conscience about any of this because it's going to be all the way righteous because you deserve it. It's in your DNA to be who you are, just like it's in ours to be who we are. All right? I'm going to go to the book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26. Says, "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations." That's rulership. "And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father." All right? That's thus says the Most High, man. Period, point blank. So it is what it is. You got a problem with it, take it up with the Lord. All right? Bring out one more script and that'll be that. Go to the book of Isaiah, Because we talking about whole nations right here. The Most High said the earth was made for our sake and everything in it. Right? It's Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 10. It says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, just like we built up the strangers' walls. Built America, built Egypt, right? So forth and so on. Right? It says, and read that again, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Right? So for the heathen, that's your judgment. And there's no way around it. You can't pick up the laws and keep them to the best of your ability and not be a part of this judgment, because you are not Israel. The kingdom is for Israel and Israel only. I'm going to go to the book of Revelation. I thought I was going to close out with that, but I'm going to do it with this one. Yahweh righteous are. Revelation chapter 21. And let me see. From the top, it says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Right? And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from power out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Right? Now, to find out exactly who New Jerusalem is for, which is the kingdom of the Most High, verse 12, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. That's who the kingdom of heaven is for. Period. So, once again, it's written. If you got a problem with it, take it over to the Lord. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Ratazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Haloyim Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Hashem Harakah Kudah Shalom Yashalom.